It's a sport that dates back thousands of years, but only recently changed the life of a young Sioux Falls man. In tonight's Eye on KELOLAND, Travis Fossing tells us how boxing has impacted the health, confidence, and future of Tanner Andino.
Tanner Andino is a 22-year-old boxer. A graduate of Lincoln High School, Andino is a former wrestler, but didn't pick up boxing until age 18.
You know, I needed to make a change, and I just wasn't happy with the person I was.
At that stage of his life, this now intimidating figure in the ring was anything but.
You know, at one point in my life, I was like 240 pounds, and I was overweight.
Andino hit the gym and a few foes and lost about 80 pounds.
I looked around, I was like, see, everybody has muscles and everybody looks good. I want to do more with my body. And I was tired of feeling weak to certain individuals, and I just felt like if it came down to it, I wouldn't be able to stand my ground and hold my own. So I got into self-defense, and it turns out, God had a plan to make me good at it.
That's an understatement. Andino recently won the Regional Golden Gloves Championship.
Yeah, I feel on top of the world, and I think only the best can beat me, and no one in the area stands a chance in my head.
The victory earned him an invitation to the national tournament, which he turned down to chase bigger gold.
I got invited to the Olympic Training Center with Team USA, and you know, that's been my dream since I've ever started boxing, and I can't believe I'm at this point where I'm here, and you know, we're gonna make it happen.
I see him as a national champion, and I also see him as a world champion as a professional.
Jerry James is Andino's boxing coach and a former fighter.
I was a state champ, regional champ, and national champion.
James first made his way to South Dakota in 1975 to play college football. He started boxing to get over his fear of fighting.
My brother and I, we watch a lot of videos of Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Leonard, and I just try to copy what they did.
James earned his national title and a trip to the 1988 Summer Olympics by beating two-time amateur champion Anthony Hembrick.
Everybody thought he was slated to go to the Olympics, but in the Nationals, I knocked him out 1 minute, 35 seconds of the first round, but they still wanted him to go.
It took a judge's ruling in court, but James did attend the Olympics. He flew to South Korea, where coaches told him it was too late to fight, while the man he beat at Nationals showed up late for his fight and was disqualified.
Both of us were there, neither one of us fought. But the upshot of everything in my career is that I was inducted into the South Dakota Hall of Fame in 2017.
James also spent 22 years as a local police officer before becoming a coach. Andino is the first boxer James has taken to the national level.
He fights some top opponent. He doesn't back down from anyone. If they say, well, we don't have anybody in your weight class, he says, okay, I'll fight in a higher weight class. So he just doesn't care who he fights. And that's what I like about him, because I was the same way. You
know, Jerry puts a lot of self-belief in me, you know, and he tells me these things and I believe him. And I think he has the right coaching to get me to where I need to be.
Andino currently ranks in the top 10 in his weight class and already has one international gold medal to his credit.
I beat the number 10th and the number 8th and the number 3 guys in the nation back to back to back, and I was 24th going into that tournament, and I ended up number 7 in the USA afterwards.
A number that makes his trip to the Olympic Training Center in Colorado even more significant.
All the best boxers in the nation, they got, you know, the top coaches in the nation. You know, you make the team. I believe their next stop is China. I would probably be fighting in, you know, if I made the team. So it means a lot, and I got something to prove. And, you know, this is my time. I got my dreams in a box, and it's time to just check it off at this point.
A shell of his former self due to weight loss, and more importantly, boxing, Andino now looks in the mirror with confidence.
You're doing it, you know, keep going.
And he's not about to start pulling any punches.
Opportunity is endless, you know. Dreams are limitless. As long as you get up and you put in the work, anything can happen.
With Eye on KELOLAND, I'm Travis Fossing.
Andino will spend the month of May at the Olympic Training Center in Colorado, which could lead to an opportunity to fight on the USA Elite Boxing team.